Yeah, that shit fire.
Yeah, I was telling them, man, welcome back to Just Two Black Brothers. The homie DJ Period, his homie Poe. We with the homie Ice B. How you doing?
Oh man, you know, all is well. I can't complain, man.
Yeah, I was telling them we still alive. Cause I think the last interview we did was like 8 years ago.
Hey, that's crazy that
Yeah,
you said that.
quick,
I was just playing that interview for my daughter the other day.
How old is your daughter?
She 13 now.
Wow.
So we was talking about the difference between being a gangster and being a gang banger. We was discussing that because she was asking me if there's anything I ever regretted doing as a little kid. And I was telling her, because, you know, I don't lie to my daughter. She's 13. You know, I got put on when I was 12.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I be trying to explain to her that that was probably the best thing for me then. But if I had the mentality that I have now, I don't know if I would be a gang banger.
I say, what made? I'll ask you what you had her listening to it for.
Because I was trying to show her that it's people that listen to me based off the fucked up shit I've done. And now that I'm a little more woke and I'm a little more goal orientated, that shit resonates now even more, that I ain't even pushing the line like we was pushing when I was her age.
Got you, yeah.
And then I would say, what's the difference between you said a gangster? What's the difference? What you told
a gang member? What, a gang banger and a gang member?
A gangster.
Yeah.
And a gang banger.
Okay.
You see, a gang banger is somebody who from a neighborhood and reps that neighborhood, and if you ain't from that neighborhood, you an enemy. A gangster is somebody who stands by those same rules and ethics, but it's not limited to where you from.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because gangsters can accept gangster shit, whether you a blood or a crip, if you coming at me like a G.
Right.
So I'll say, so it's like, so speaking of Nipsey, I guess you would say he was a gang banger, then he turned to a gangster?
He was a gangster with a gang banger history.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference, because gang bang culture is popular now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's popular to be a blood, or it's popular to be a crip now, as opposed to when I was coming up, you had to actually do something to be one.
Right. They're like, yeah, till somebody or till somebody run down on you. Because I remember I heard like Rick Ross got ran down on by some GDs. Because, you know, like, man, I guess if you talking that stuff in your music and you ain't doing it, the real niggas who doing it going to eventually hear you talking that shit, man. They gonna come and talk to you about that.
And they gonna run your file. And
you
that's
crazy. You remember 40 Glock did that shit to Lil Wayne out here?
Yeah, I do. And I also, well, you know, that's kind of how our relationship with Compton Menace and how the Blood Nigga song even came about. You see what I'm saying? Because the shit that was popping with 40 Glock and Compton Menace kind of intervened in the situation. So I guess in return for doing that, he told him, you know, I do whatever you want me to do. So that's how the Blood Nigga song came about. And then, you know, Compton Menace reached out to Slick because, you know, that's a real homie. Like, not even on no rap shit. See, now you got rappers who say they bloods, and I'm not saying they is bloods or aren't bloods.
Right.
But I'm saying you got rappers now that's bloods that do songs with other dudes just because they bloods. Like Bompton Menace and all of these dudes that we fuck with, 211, Wood Grain, Big Y, Sugar Booger, like all of these dudes is homies first. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like up under the Sue Whoop thing, though. Not they just happen to rap.
Got you.
As opposed to, I'm gonna be this nigga homie because he a rapper.
Oh, so it ain't no that, yeah, you know, yeah, they just doing shit to be fake, but you said
Yeah,
it's
they
real
just
shit.
doing shit to get on. Or I'm gonna do a song with Mitch because he's one of the most realest bloods, but
No. He said he was the only rapper on that Gangland. You remember Gangland?
Yeah, I sure do.
Oh, he was the only one. You ain't never seen no other rappers on that show, on that.
And we got so much bullshit from that. Let me tell you something, homie. I've been a lot of things in my life. I've been a hustler. You know what I'm saying? I've been a P. I've been a gangbanger. I've been a gangster. I've been a jail nigga, rapper. Worst thing you could be.
Why you say that?
I'm telling you, because as a rapper, you know, we started doing the rap shit as an alternative to make money and get bitches.
Right.
And to get bitches. That was the whole ultimate goal, was to get bitches.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, the niggas start falling for it instead of the bitches. Niggas start falling for that shit. Oh, homie, put me on. You bracket. You this, you that.
Yeah.
I'm still the same nigga. You know, because I rapped about something, that don't mean that I got it to give it to you, G.
Facts.
So you'll get a different type of hatred from a homie. Excuse me, I had to get a lighter. You get a different type of hatred from a so-called homie because he think that you in a position to do something for him that you can't even do. But the rap will make niggas think you got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's what we rap about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now I see where you're coming from with that. On some real shit, actually. Like we gang members or gangsters but we rapping. But what is this person that's trying to get on? Is he a gangster too, or he just want to be a rapper because he see what y'all getting from being rappers?
Listen, rap was a way for us to signify the shit we was doing. Like, well, me personally.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we did our first project in 1990, Prime Suspect. But we was robbing banks
Yeah.
to make an album because they didn't have Pro Tools and in-house studios. We recorded our first album at Paramount Studio.
Damn, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Our first album cost $40,000 just to record and mix and master on a reel-to-reel. So we was making music and then telling niggas how we was doing it. You see what I'm saying? Like, we would rob a bank, then make a song about it. These niggas is making a song about it, then trying to send a nigga to go rob a bank or something, or do some pimping or do some gang banging and shit like that. But we was really doing it just for a better way. We didn't know no better.
All day. You know, niggas want some legal money at the time and shit, you know. If you doing some shit, you know, I need to get this legal money coming or whatever, but yeah, I guess like you said, like it gave way to a lot of like when you start hearing about like studio, you remember we had studio gangsters?
Yeah, I'm like about 6'9". That's the ultimate studio gangster right now.
Well, listen. I went to prison in 1993, so I missed the whole death row era. I went in 93 and then come home till 2005.
I think I heard Slick tell you that on the song. He's like, nigga, you been gone for like 12 years or something.
So
yeah, I think Slick said something about that. He said, you really been gone. You just got home.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. Back then, you was gangster rapper meant that you was a gangster that could rap.
Right.
That's what it meant.
What it supposed to mean. That's what it supposed to mean.
Now you could be whatever you want to be and rap gangster. And I'm not knocking that because the whole thing about this is financial freedom.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
true.
saying?
True.
That's what this whole concept was for niggas to get out the ghetto.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess it's
For
like
niggas that couldn't catch touchdowns or dunk basketballs.
Huh.
yeah, I guess it's kind of like, I don't know, I'm a fan of wrestling too, but it's kind of like wrestling now because you got the rappers,
Yes.
you got some rappers that actually are the gangsters, and then they might not be on, but then you got the rappers that ain't gangsters and they own for rapping about being gangsters. So it's like
Well, you know
blurred
why
lines now. It's like it's
well, you
weird.
know why they don't want to sign? You know why they don't want to sign niggas like Mitch?
Why?
You know why Mitch ain't on Universal or Sony or nothing like that? Because they can't control him.
Yeah.
And you can't do it with a bag. Like every deal that we done ever came into, because we done had a couple deals with a couple good people.
Yeah.
You know, we did some with Mac 10. We did some with Soul Assassins.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We did some with a lot of dudes who had major backing. But none of them could bring something to the table that was better than what we was doing already.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And Sony ain't gonna give us $50 million and let us keep 50% of our publishing because they know we ain't gonna need them no more.
Yeah.
Because we got a D-boy mentality. You cop a sack from somebody who could get it, and then you get a bigger sack than him, and now you serve him.
Mm-hmm.
And he the nigga put you in.
He like, nigga, where you get this shit from? Nigga?
So,
It's funny that you talk about all that because I mean I grew up in Cali. I'm in Brooklyn, New York now, but I grew up in Cali, man. And like you said, when that shit first happened, it was gangsters who could rap. I remember every time we used to listen to a nigga, man, we'd be like, I want that nigga Blood or Crip, because you hear him say Loki, you hear him say something like in Sacramento, like Sebo, Brother Lynch. All them niggas, we like them niggas was really in gangs before. Them niggas was gang members who was rapping, and we knew it. You knew by the shit they was talking about, like Garden Block, and like you said, like when that Blood and Crip album came out. Hey, nigga, you bet not be on the block, and a nigga come down the street bumping that goddamn Pyru Love, nigga, something about to happen. Hey. Nigga, we look like I lived in a Crip neighborhood growing up, and I can tell you, nigga, Crips was listening to Pyru Love. They had to watch. They had to make sure the homies is catch them listening to that shit.
Listen, homie, listen. One of my favorite rappers and Slick's favorite rapper is MCA.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. They had a group back in the day. Yeah, well, they had a group back in the day. It's called Compton's Most Wanted. Do y'all remember them?
Yeah,
Homie, they tape was blue.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And you know how I know that?
How?
Because you had it?
I bought the tape.
Yeah, that's the with the hood gap with them up.
Yeah.
Hood gap with them up. Yeah, that's that shit.
Yeah,
we bought that shit. And they knew we knew they was Crips. And at that time, I was a full-fledged documented gang member. I didn't say C words. I would sing parts of his songs when he said "Loke," I say "blood." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a part of the culture.
Mm-hmm.
But dope is dope.
Yeah.
Like, you think them Crip niggas wasn't bumping DJ Quick?
Facts. Facts.
You think
shit, we used to always think Easy. We like Easy a Crip. We didn't know. We always thought it was a Crip because certain songs he had a CC on it instead of the CK. All kind of shit. We didn't know. We were like, that's how we would figure it out growing up. We were like, oh, that nigga a Crip or that nigga a Blood because he said, like I remember Brother Lynch said, I see cat, cuz. I was like, what the fuck is I see cat? We had to go ask one of the homies.
You gotta go ask a Crip nigga. What's the
you gotta go ask him.
Have you ever heard that one?
What's that one?
A Sarsacue.
Nah.
You never been to a Sarsacue before?
Nah.
A barbecue.
Oh, shit. Hey, that's some real gang shit right there, nigga. I went to I'm going to the social queue, nigga.
Well, I learned all this culture. I learned all this culture in the pen.
Hey.
Where you was locked up at? Where you was at?
I was in the feds, so I did most of my time a lot of different spots. I was in FCI Phoenix, Terminal Island, which is in San Pedro. I was in Florence, Colorado.
Damn, you was in Florida. That's Supermax, ain't it?
Well, yeah, I was across the street though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, you know, the Supermax is that they got a 5-year shoe program, so you gotta go.
Man, I used to work, man, hey, real talk. I used to work at a federal jail, man, for like a year and a half out in Brooklyn, MDC Brooklyn.
Oh, okay, yeah. They got the same
shit,
thing out here, MCC.
MCC. I should tell niggas, I said, them niggas, in the MCCs and MDCs, them like county jails for the feds, though. So
Yeah.
you got niggas from all different type of, that's why that shit be kind of rowdy in there, because shit, niggas ain't been designated yet.
Well, you know, motherfuckers was trying to tell me, like, you did easy time, you did your time in the feds. It ain't nothing like the state.
Nah.
I don't know what part of it. I was in the USP though.
Yeah, that's a penitentiary. Yeah, you in the USP, man. Shit.
I was in the USP, so you got niggas like
down.
you got niggas, but see, in the state, you got just whatever state you from. Like in Cali, if you go to prison in Cali, you got to deal with Bloods, Crips, Serranos, Norteños, and then others.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But mostly the black gangs is Bloods and Crips, and then you got the Black Panthers up the up northern Cali car and stuff like that. But that's basic. But in the feds, you got to deal with every gang.
Nigga, you got the Mexican Mafia, you got MS-13, you got all them. Hey, that shit rowdy in there, man. Like
Vice Lords,
Vice Lords, gangsters,
Kings, you know what I'm saying? DC Boys, Aryan Brotherhoods, white, all of that.
And you gotta know who aligned with who, right?
The MS-13.
Absolutely, because nobody likes Cali. Like, you know how many problems I had when I got to prison? Light-skinned nigga with long hair that's from a beach city to a nigga from DC. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. My uncle was in
shit, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, real talk. My uncle was in Lompoc. He just got out like a year and a half ago. But real, man,
I paroled from Lompoc.
Oh, okay, yep. He hey, that's just funny that on that Biggie shit, because man, I remember my first day. I'm from Cali, man. I was working in a New York prisons, a New York jail, man. So, man, you know, inmates know everything, bruh. Yeah. So you like, so I'm walking around. They like, man, we heard you from Cali. I'm like, nigga, this is my first day. How the fuck y'all know I'm from Cali on some? But like I said, inmates know it, man. Inmates help you do your right. They help you do your fucking shift.
They run the jail, homie.
Them niggas help you run all day. I remember them niggas told me, man, my first day I'm walking around, man, real talk, I was scared, bro. I wasn't scared, but this is what they tell you. They say, nigga, if you ain't scared, this is the wrong place for you to work. Like, you should always come to work thinking like, all right, some shit could pop off. So this is my first day, so I'm like, fucking nigga, I guess I'm scared. So I'm walking around like every 10 minutes. Man, you know what inmates told me? They said, nigga, sit your ass down before you fuck up them boots on the first day, nigga.
Yeah. Because if something pop off, it's nothing you can do anyway.
All day.
If something pop off. Yeah, but see, people on the street call it scared. In jail is called ready.
Right. You just making sure.
Yeah, you just making sure. You just checking. Like they say, checking ain't cheating.
Nigga, hey, that's a fact. Hey, but really helped me out there was like, man, one day, man, my lieutenant came and got me. He said, let's walk around real quick. He said, what they doing right now? I said, they on the phone, playing cards, watching TV, working out. He said, let's go sit back in your office. He said, what they doing now? I said, oh no. He said, man, somebody probably getting fucked up in the back. Somebody probably smoking some weed. Somebody probably drinking some. Hey, he said, but look, if they don't shit when you walking around, you good, because you ain't gonna stop shit in here.
No.
You ain't gonna be able to stop shit in here. So if they respect you enough to not do the shit when you looking, then you did your job. Cause somebody owes somebody some money. Somebody baby mama tripping, so the nigga mad, he gonna fuck somebody. All kind of shit going on. So you can't stop that, bro. You ain't no counselor.
Well, you in a hostile environment out the gate. And like for me, bro, like I was 19 when I went to jail. And to be honest with you, I probably didn't get it until I was maybe 26.
Damn.
So from 19 to 26, I was on some fuck it. This is in the report. I got 13 years. But then I started realizing, to keep it all the way 100, I started realizing that I was surrounded by a whole community of fuck it's.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's easy to say fuck it when the nigga in front of you is not saying fuck it. But when you saying fuck it to a nigga that's saying, yeah, fuck it too.
Okay, we going in.
Every nigga.
We going in.
Not just one nigga, every nigga.
Mm-hmm.
So it took me a long time to learn that, like, some shit is worth dying for, and some shit, like, I got this motto: if it's not gonna affect me longer than 5 years, I don't usually give it more than 5 minutes. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, you can say what you want to say because you a man, and you can get it off your chest, and I'm gonna decide whether or not it's even worthy of a response.
Yeah, I feel you on
When you're
that
in them type of situations, you could find something to get into it every day.
All day. A nigga cut in front of you to get the water. Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna take care of you, nigga. Hey, nigga got an ink pen, stab his ass up with an ink. All kind of dumbass shit was happening there, man. Like, I don't know, man. That that shit fucked me up with law. I always wanted to be in law enforcement, man, but that shit like fucked me up. So I ain't never did that shit again. Cause working there, that shit was like a joke, man. Cause like you said, inmates run that shit. So,
well, you know what prison taught me? That the difference between a CO and a convict is only one of them get to go home.
All day, but shit, they would tell us that too. They like, nigga, you know you in jail too, right? I'm like, you know what? You making sense, bro. Like, especially if you're doing a 16-hour shift, shit.
You watching me?
You gotta react. You have to react to the atmosphere. You can't come in there rah, because it's a nigga that'll kill you.
Hey, all day. Their head cut off. All day. And you know what it is? And that's what somebody told me in there too. Nigga, just it's all about respect at the end of the day, bro. Like, if like this what they say. If you gonna be rah, nigga, be rah every day.
Yeah.
Don't be rah today and then try to be cool with a nigga today, then be cool with me tomorrow. Cause but if you one of them dudes that's like that, they know you like that.
They gonna break you.
Right.
They gonna break you. Listen, homie. They put me on it. I did 18 months in the hole. Off some bullshit, sticking to the script. I don't know. I don't care. Whatever you talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my answer. And they was telling me, no, you're gonna tell. You are gonna tell. I'm like, you got me fucked up.
Hey, so you knowing how the box work? What you think happened to Epstein?
If he wanted to kill himself, I mean, he could have found a way. But I was in affairs with rich people. They don't kill themselves. Prison is the next best thing for a rich motherfucker to be in. Because he can control the narrative off money.
All day, nigga. Hey, make sure that TV right there stay on CNN.
You said you was a CO, right, bro?
Yeah.
How much did you make a year, if you don't mind me asking?
When I was there, probably like 50-something. 50 between 50 and 60.
Now, he could give you 50 a week.
All day.
Just to lock you in. I give you $50,000 to bring me something one time a day for 4 weeks. That's $200K.
And you gonna find you two or three that's gonna do that.
That's like
it might only be 2 or 3 people say no.
You make that for 4 years. I'll take that shit and quit working there.
Now, only fucked up part about it is I seen the nigga get hit the other way for it. So my boy locked up right now. Well, he ain't my boy no more, I guess. But that nigga, man, So what happened with him when I left working there in 2016. Man, I get an email. This nigga, Inmate played him though. Like he's stupid. Inmate had him. Hey, he said bring me 13 cell phones, some K2, and some other shit. So they gave the nigga 80,000. The nigga will put the shit in his coffee mug in the morning. So ain't nobody checking a coffee mug. So he bringing the shit in. Nigga, the inmate called SIS.
Mm-hmm.
He like, hey man, I want to report a dirty staff. And
if you knocked off.
Yeah, he trying to get some facts. He was in there for abetting a murder charge or whatever, conspiracy shit. So he was like, look, man, I tell y'all who the dirty staff member is if y'all niggas work with me on my conspiracy shit. Man, they was like, nigga, and you know they gonna jump on that shit. We got dirty staff here? All right, bet. So nigga, they ran up on him in the while he was at work, put him in the nigga, they put that nigga in his own car, took him in handcuffs so he could drop the car off to his wife.
Yeah.
They took that nigga. They gave him 15. They took because the inmate died off of some K2, so they said it was the K2 he brought in.
That's the case, and the feds don't play around.
Yeah, that nigga got took, man. That nigga got fucked up. I said, damn, all for 80. So now for 80,000, you done threw your whole, and you ain't gonna get to keep the 80.
You ain't get to spend none of it. He ain't even gonna get to spend none of it. The 80 wasn't even really real.
Yeah.
It wasn't real.
Nah, but you were saying that, but yeah, the rich cats, man, yeah, they control shit because shit, you be like, we had one nigga, man, he was in there for he was a dude who made up the 511 gear for the military. Man, he was like he was a millionaire. So what he would do is he would pay the Bloods, hey, I want you to keep this one TV here on CNN because MSNBC because I like to watch the stocks and shit.
Yeah, ticker tape.
Niggas is like, yo, why this fucking TV stay on MSNBC all the time? But we found that shit out later. Yeah, you don't touch. Yeah, don't fuck with that TV, nigga. It's a wrap.
You're gonna get life flighted up out of there. He touched that TV.
And y'all saw that video of that dude with the grill and all the ice on in jail. He had a ski mask on. He had the grill.
Nah, I don't even watch goofy ass shit like that, homie.
Yeah, I'm like, it's dumb as shit. He had a mask on, but he had his grill. Then he had all this ice on, but he was in jail. He was like, shout out to my baby mama. Y'all see me iced out, diamonds, glasses. Everybody.
Hey, you know why people don't trust shit like
that? It went viral. So
but people like that already probably telling on people. Man, you heard that shit in that happened in Baltimore. You about to say the same thing, huh?
I was just about to say that.
Hey, nigga doing that, he getting plugged from the jail.
Let me tell you something, homie. In jail, the niggas that's doing the most shit
is the feds.
You don't.
They telling.
Yeah. Them, and if they doing something, they're not even around. They're not talking. They not the motherfuckers be calling shots. They be in the shoe. They be in Marion or they be in motherfucking ADX, and they still be calling shots. But see, the problem is now it's the like I survived the way I survived on the streets because of the shit I learned in prison. Like I grew up in prison, so certain shit means something different to me. Respect means something different to me. Because I know what the alternative is with disrespect.
Facts.
See, niggas say that all the time. Niggas gonna respect me or what?
Yeah.
That's where the respect part comes in. The or what part.
It ain't even no or what in the jail. You getting fucked up. Hey, that's real talk. It ain't no or what in prison.
Yeah. So I learned to respect everybody, big or small. I give them the universal respect until they cross the line. Then once you cross the line, it doesn't matter who you are. You get the opposite of that.
Yo, it's like a teacher on the first day of school. She say everybody got an A until you fuck it up.
Yeah, yeah, and that's
everybody got.
Come on, homie. And imagine if you really did that, you could meet people and just automatically decide just how they are, if you even want to fuck with them or not.
Facts.
Because I could not fuck with you, and that don't mean I don't like you. That don't mean I got a problem with you. That just means, I like it fried and you like it boiled. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
we ain't gotta fight. We ain't gotta fight over that.
Yeah, we don't gotta fight over that. And if we do, I'm gonna win. And I feel I should tell you that before you even start.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that shit was crazy.
Because I've had niggas say it to me before. I had a nigga tell me in jail one time that had been in jail for 30 years and was finna go home in 85 days. I'll never forget this. He was finna kill a nigga over changing the Laker game to watch Rap City on BET. He was finna kill him, G. Not stab him or beat him up. He was gonna kill him. And he's going home in 85 days. He had been down 31 years or some shit.
Damn.
And you know what his reason was?
What?
Disrespect?
I don't tolerate disrespect.
Yeah. Niggas is big on that shit, man.
Now let me ask you this. Are you big on respect?
Yeah, I'm big on respect. You gonna respect me?
So if that was you, what would you do?
I'd get out. I'd be going home. See, I just got to respect that day.
Y'all going home, nigga. Hey, fuck that. Hey, fuck that. Fuck that. Hey, fuck that Lakers game, nigga. I love whatever you put it on, nigga.
I catch that shit next season.
I could go to the Laker game in 85 days.
Real.
But you got a lot of niggas that don't think that way. That's what you're saying.
Well, that's because they haven't lost enough.
Yeah.
See, he's lost enough. He's been gone 31 years. The shit on the street is new. He's used to this.
Yeah, he like, I can stay here, nigga. All my family in this motherfucker anyway.
I got a bottom bunk, a good job. I could take care of myself. You'd be surprised how many niggas live better in jail than niggas on the street.
I said that to a plenty of niggas before. I'm like, man, hey, niggas be talking about jail. I said, look, I seen a Jewish dude. That nigga's like, why the fuck I want to leave? Nigga, they paying for my damn hysterectomy in this motherfucker. Like, I don't got to worry about paying for that shit. I'm getting it done in here. I'm a fat Jew. Ain't nobody gonna try to fuck me, so I'm good. That's what he said. He said, ain't nobody trying to have sex with me. I'm a fat ass Jew. I was like, damn. So shit like them niggas be living all right in there. Man, I had a dude from he was a mobster, man. Dude was in the they made a movie out them dudes called, what's that movie? Goodfellas, when they robbed the airport.
The airport in Jersey.
You're right. I was like, man, I told my boy, I said, look at him. I said, that's a made man right there. And all he do is sit in his cell and read his legal paperwork. But you got the niggas who got caught with a conspiracy case in the Bronx, 1819. Them niggas jumping off the tiers and shit, cussing you out. I'm like, hey, these little niggas ain't did shit, but they run around doing like you said, doing the most. And the nigga who robbed the bank for $6 million just sitting in the cell chilling, ordering the Puerto Rican, the Dominican magazines because the bitches is naked in them.
Yeah.
And we don't know about it because we just think it's a regular news magazine, so we not going through it. But then we found out later, like, oh, nigga, they ordering these shit because all the chicks in here naked.
They got the Telemundo lit. Yeah. You already know. I know what's up.
But man, what's up with you? What's up with the rap game right now with you? How you feel about the rap game right now?
How do I feel about the state of rap?
Yeah, the state of rap. The state of it.
I think the state of rap is kind of wishy-washy for me, but I'll say this. I think it balances itself out because it's probably more niggas or independent people that's making a decent living off rap.
Yeah, we just had some dudes on the other day. They said the same shit. It's balanced now because you got different lanes now. Like,
yeah, because sucker shit is sales too.
Yeah.
Don't get that fucked up. Sucker shit sells.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to realize that, and well, because I've had people wake me up to something like my daughter, like she 13, what I think is popping. She don't. The only people, there's only one rapper right now, two rappers that we agree on.
Who's that?
Mozzie.
Okay.
And Meek Mills.
Okay. She like both of them, and you like both of them?
Yes. We both like them. Everybody else, I don't even know who she be listening to. And then when I go look at it, they 4 or 5 million views on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, rap. Then, like you said, the sucker shit. It's a lane for sucker shit now. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, Mozzie. Yeah, shout out Mozzie, man. Like, Sacramento. Yeah, shout out Sacramento too. But like, that's how it is. Cause in Sac, they say my brother's still there. That nigga said you got little niggas running around with just Mozzie chains on.
Hey, well,
Niggas
see, Mozzie had the ability to bridge the gap between little homies and big homies. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like active niggas that get money, because that would be the balance between little homies and big homies. Little homies want to ride and big homies want to get money.
They done already rode already. Shit.
But little homies want to rap. Little homies want to rap and big homies want to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how many homies hit me for verses because they popping, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm gonna give you a verse. First of all, you want me to give you a verse because you a homie.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do that because you a homie. That's the thing about me. Like, I love the turf, so I have different obligations than some niggas.
Yeah.
But if I don't feel like you're gonna do something with it, then you have to compensate me too.
I feel you.
My time, my effort, my bars. Because to some niggas, rap still matter. You just can't get on there and just go blood, 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 bracken, blood. You got to be talking.
Nah, you gotta be talking. You gotta be talking about something, man. That's why we fuck. That's why we fuck with Mitchie Slick, because it's like I said, man. Look, before like you said, when you take away like the dudes like the Sebos and the real gangsters like that was rapping back then. Usually a nigga who was like full active niggas, that shit wasn't hard. It wasn't selling. I take that back. It wasn't selling because niggas didn't want to hear all that shit.
Yeah.
Back then. Some of that. Like if you had a real nigga who's like, nigga, I'm finna do a drug. Like for example, Pyru Love, I still remember that song because that shit was fucking that was a visual fucking song. Yeah. When the nigga said, he said, what he said on there? If you wanna run for the trees, I'ma start off first by shooting for your knees. Not like leave him laying in the color you hate the most. All that shit. You remember all that shit? Because that shit was like a visual storytelling.
Shout out to the homie Mike Concepcion, homie. That's a dude who put out Banging on Wax.
Shout out him.
Yeah, I remember that. And then he said Pyru is like Crip in reverse.
Put the C on his back. I was like, God damn, nigga.
I heard that shit. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, when that shit happened, that shit was crazy. Niggas was like, hey, then you couldn't, man, that was like an L for Crips when that shit came out, because it was like niggas was all doing that shit now, like putting the C on his back.
Was hard too, though.
Yeah. Oh man, hey, it was Slob song. Slobs Keep On Slipping. Nigga, that shit was hard too.
Yeah, you can't say that when I'm on the video though. You got.
Yeah, I know. Hey, look. You know what's funny? It was fun. We had a blood on the other day, right? I said, nigga, I put my red hat on just for that nigga, man. I had a blue hat I wanted to wear, but I didn't wear that shit. I was like, man. Hey, I remember I found out what all that shit meant when I was a little kid with my dad, man. Them niggas just come in the house and my dad and them was banging. And them niggas was like, man, I ain't never forget this shit. My dad, my uncle was talking, and my dad was like, I don't want to go over there and sell no dope over there. And my uncle said, nigga, we ain't never had no problem selling dope to no rickets. Hey, nigga, I said, what is that? That's what they called them, nigga. I didn't know what that shit meant.
That's crazy, because when we was growing up, like if you seen a Crip and you said that to him,
it's a rap.
You said it because you knew y'all was about to do something.
About to fight.
Yeah. Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. But I found that out later. On my teen years, yeah, we was little homies, like you said. We was little homies, but we was little homies that was doing good going to school. So like the big homies didn't want us fucking up. Yeah. He didn't want us fucking up.
I was too, homie. When I dropped out of school, I had a B+ average. Like but to see, this is the difference. Like the streets was more appealing to me. Like other than Batman, when I was a little kid, I wanted to be the big homie Schoolyard. who was one of the biggest drug dealers ever in the history of drug dealing in the 80s, who went to the feds. Yeah, no, he's from San Diego. He's from my neighborhood, but I'm talking about in the country.
Damn.
Like the Slendo mob was notorious. That's what that whole gangland was about.
Yeah.
That was about the big homies who had this sack and ended up killing the police behind it and then beating the case and getting out after getting life and doing all of that. And that's who I wanted to be before that even happened. And then when I ran into him in prison, because he was in the feds too, that was a part of my transformation of learning how to love myself. You know what I'm saying? Like how we love the turf.
Yeah. Because
he felt bad about shaping me into the person I wanted to be. And I came from a good household. My grandfather was a preacher. Like everybody. But see, our neighborhood back then, you was from that neighborhood because you lived there. You got niggas from the hood that ain't never even been in the hood.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never even been to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was different for us. That was like family to us. And if we went somewhere, we went together. We all came back together. So
what was appealing to you though? Just the money and shit? Cars?
That and the togetherness of how it was. Because I had an older brother and he used to just fuck me up. That was a part of growing up. But then when we got around the homies, they would protect me too. Like, leave him alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
That's how me and Slick got tight. We was the two littlest niggas in the neighborhood. If you ever interview him, he got a picture. I've been trying to get it from him of us in the 4th grade in the sandbox tossing up the set.
Damn.
And I'm saying that to say gangbanging was fun for us because of what it was, even though it came with death and it came with, but life come with that too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but now it's become something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, or that I'm older and I realized that the whole premise of it was bullshit. Like, we should love this neighborhood and represent it and protect it if it's ours, though. We need to own it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all the homies from the turf live somewhere else now in that granny house. They done probably sold or something.
Hey, what Slick said on that song? He ain't tripping. He got to be at work in the morning. He an OG and the little homies don't even know it, nigga.
Real shit. Slick, and them and them is the dudes that started Lincoln Park.
Yeah, he said niggas don't even know, them little niggas don't even know that's the OG right there, because he going to his 9 to 5 right now.
But they don't understand the level of progression, because to get into anything means to win, right? So if you go into it to die, is that what you go into it for?
Or get a life sentence.
And that's what's considered a G?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So the concept of it itself is the bullshit part. And that's what I was explaining to my daughter. If I could change anything, I would never change where I'm from or what I love, because I love my neighborhood for all the things it has taught me. Because if you could grow up where I grew up, that's how I survived in prison. That's how I survive out in the streets, doing all the shit that I do, interacting with other people, what I learned in Lincoln Park.
Y'all took a lot of losses, man. Like within the crew, like rest in peace, little Fat Bad, rest in peace, little bitchy Slick. Man, y'all took some hits, man.
Come on, homie, Eddie Bauer. They just.
I think Po, didn't you have didn't you interview? You had Lil Spank? No, not Lil Spank. Somebody.
Yeah, I had Lil Spank Booty, but
yeah, Lil Spank. Yeah, you had Lil Spank Booty on.
Lil Spank Booty. That's my nigga. Look, when we was robbing bank, Spank was probably 14, right?
Yeah.
So we wouldn't let him go with us. You know what I'm saying? So he got mad and went and robbed I don't know, a donut shop or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just to come back and show us that
he could do it too.
Yeah, like he could do it too. So by the time I got home, he was gone. And when he got home, he ended up going back again. But man, Spank is a solid dude. That's when I say soldier, the soldier. And a lot of these young niggas could learn from him and not do what he do. And if you listen to him, he telling you that. Because a lot of niggas they not with it.
Yeah.
Like Spank gonna ride that 40 ball he got.
But man, I saw somebody saying, I don't know, I'll ask you your opinion on it, but they were saying like in some of these neighborhoods, especially like in Chicago, where you got the gang shit is heavy. Y'all done ran out of options to curb it. Y'all done ran out of options to stop it. Maybe y'all might need to maybe turn some of these OGs you got locked up into some mentors. For example, bring Larry home.
Yeah.
Bring Larry home. Let Larry monitor. But that's the stipulations of his release. You got to go out there, but then again, they say you gonna have one nigga that say fuck that shit and try to kill him.
Yeah, but if you implemented the right people, you could stop it because, for one, the respect level, and for two, the economic funding they're gonna have to pay to make it happen.
Right.
Like I was just in a meeting, in a Zoom meeting last week with our district councilwoman, and she was talking about curbing the violence going on at the park in the neighborhood. And I told her frankly, but they want to do it without the help of the police.
Oh, okay.
Right? They want to do it. They want us to do it. This is a part of the defund the police program.
Yeah.
So I was telling her, in order for you to stop it or change it, because there's a difference. Because you can't tell nobody to stop doing something if that's how they feed their family. Now, if you're going to give, especially if you want me to tell them, I can't tell you dude that he can't stand at the park that I stood on to get popping.
Yeah.
How much credibility does that give me?
Right.
To real niggas, though, not to the councilwoman. Like I was telling her, no different to us. You the police, too.
Facts.
Talking about not involved the police. Bitch, you the police.
We'll talk to the police after this conversation.
But like I was telling her, the answer is the economics. The gang unit in our neighborhood get $9 million a year, G.
Damn.
23 blocks they patrol. I think it's like 14 or 18 police. They get $9 million a year.
Oh yeah.
What they stopping with that $9 million?
Nothing. Crime rate ain't changed. You know what's well, their answer is arrest. We're arresting people, sending them to prison. That's not changing a conviction. Don't change the crime rate. It raises it.
Facts.
So if you want to stop it, the answer is economics. And if you give us, the big homies, the leaders of these neighborhoods, $9 million, we can stop gangbanging today.
Yeah.
You hear me, G?
Right,
today.
Because that's one of the main purposes behind it. To get some niggas that's trying to get paid.
Yeah, because I don't know no nigga that wake up and say, I want to gangbang today. That got money, that got shit going on, that got businesses.
Nah, they don't want to do that.
I'm not going to go take my daughter to school today. I'm going to go kill a nigga. Fuck you. I'm not going to go to my beach house and ride my jet skis today. I'm going to go do a drive-by. Who says that? You know what I'm saying? But see, they don't want to deal with the real situation because I told her, well, how would that work? I said, it's 60,000 black people in Southeast San Diego. $9 million breaks down to $66,000 per person.
Damn.
If you formed a line and gave niggas $66,000, but they're gonna stop. But the plan is that there be no murders, there be no killings, and if that is, then you could get $66,000 next year.
Oh yeah, you giving that shit out? Yeah, they getting it every year.
You give it to the police anyway.
And then we do this as the people that get the money. We start buying our community. We buy the grocery store. We buy the
liquor store.
You buy the liquor store, the T-Mobile store, the liquor store, the food spot.
Now that
Like,
money coming in double, triple, quadruple, all that. Yep.
and no niggas gonna let you do no shootings in front of their store, and they live there too.
Fact. And the police ain't gonna have shit to do now.
Because you know them. You know him. You know
Yeah.
them. Bobo, you better take your stupid ass home.
Hey, but matter of fact, I got a nigga who guard. I don't need you, guy. I got 2 niggas with guard cards. With they concealed license. They guard my store for me.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna worry about it. I'm in my neighborhood. The homies is gonna protect this store.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even.
I've been saying shit. You already know they ain't gonna do shit.
And if they do, they're not gonna get out. They're not gonna make it out of there. They got 23 blocks to get through.
Yeah,
but I agree with that. Maybe they should start it in a small area to test it out.
But I'm saying they ain't gonna do it though. You think they gonna do that?
They're not gonna give us that type of money. They're not gonna do it.
Give black people money like that?
That would make us equal.
Every year?
Imagine, listen.
Yeah,
listen,
you're right.
Listen, imagine if it was 50 Jay-Z's.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if it was 50 Larry Hoovers, 50 Big Meaches, 50 schoolyards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That could bring 200 niggas with them. That's bigger than the Democratic or the Republican Party.
All day.
And then we bring in the bag too. Now we don't even want your money. We make our own movies. We make our own. We'll do all that. We get our own TV.
That's what I always say, bro. I'm like, these little niggas, man, like these little high school basketball players, and bro, for 1 year, y'all niggas just all go to black colleges.
Yeah.
You gonna have to force them. You gonna force them to pay you because they want you to go to Texas because they gonna make a lot of money off you playing at Texas, nigga. So
yeah, well,
if they see,
imagine if they just started paying college players
all day.
Then niggas could pick what school they made ill.
Right. They don't got to worry about making that school money because they getting their own money.
They getting paid, and then they get to go play at a historically black university.
Right, because they won't do it now because there's no money there.
Well, because you want the connections that come with it. You want the corporate connections that come with it because black corporate America is small.
Yeah.
They're not finna let too many, especially dudes with our mentality. Like you can't make the ghetto better than the suburbs. You're not going to, you see what I'm saying? You can't make the voice of a gangbanger louder than the voice of what they call a citizen.
And they got the power to choose what's going to be the ghetto.
Yeah.
They got the power to, because Baltimore used to be the place where the rich people live. But then niggas was too close to them. So the white people moved to the suburbs.
Yeah.
But then the white people was like, shit, all the good jobs that we got are in the city. So we got to commute an hour or 2 hours just to get to our fucking job. So fuck that. We're going to make the city expensive.
Yeah.
We're going to move back into that bitch. And then now the black people live in the suburbs.
Well, that's how gentrification works. They can turn it. I mean, you said where you say you at right now?
I'm in Brooklyn, New York now.
Okay. Now, do you remember what Brooklyn, New York was like in the 80s, 90s?
No, I heard about it. I wasn't living here then, but they say that shit. Hey, they say this shit's so different now. What you don't like where I live at now, you would never see a white person. But now you see them walking their dog at 1 a.m.
Now you can get a Thai chai latte anywhere.
They was saying like all the
facts.
They was saying a lot of the black people in LA went to like Moreno Valley and stuff.
Yeah, because we caught ourselves trying to get out of the ghetto. The whole time they was buying.
Facts. Yep. All day.
Well, because we thought coming up was getting out, because that was the concept.
And they wanted that shit. Like Oakland. Shit, some place in Oakland, nigga, you gotta pay $2 million for a house. Some of them goddamn places there.
You don't gotta tell me. I used to live in Burlingame.
Okay, yeah.
I used to live in Burlingame, and that's Frisco, right? Or San Mateo.
Yeah, that's in the that's in that area.
So, and the cost of living was crazy. But Slick lived by Candlestick Park.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is like the quality of the house is middle class. You know what I'm saying? Like That house itself probably costs $150,000 or $160,000 a bill, but the house is $1.8 million.
That's what they're doing out here. You like, this shit ain't worth 1.8.
Yeah, and you can't even buy the property. You could just buy the house. Like, I want to own the land too. I don't want to pay it forever.
I feel you on that one.
And that's where the disparity comes from us as gangbangers and what we say we love. Because everybody else that say they love something, they have a representation of that. You know what I'm saying? White boys love the country. Guess who live in the country? The mountains. You know what I'm saying? The great Northwest and stuff like that. And even in them ghettos, they push you in there, but they won't give it to you.
Facts.
But now is the best time probably since the 60s. You know, because our community became a black community because it was a Navy town. So most of the black dudes that got stationed all bought houses in them communities.
They
stayed, yeah. And stayed. My grandfather was from Louisiana, and he bought his house in the turf in 1965 for $40,000.
Yeah.
And he sold it in 2000 for $375,000.
He came up.
That's generational wealth. Gee, that's what white people been doing since they was using us to make them.
1600. That's what I always say, man. That's why we were so fucked up too, because it's like we never had no generational wealth. But I just saw that Jack Daniels, I guess Jack Daniels was the recipe or the idea was from a slave, and they never gave him no credit until recently. Some lady found out about it and she fought real hard to get some money, but instead of Jack Daniels like coming out saying it, they just came out with another whiskey in the name of the dude, in the name of the slave. I think it's called like Johnny, Uncle Johnny or some shit. I can't remember the name, but that was the biggest.
And give him a small check.
Yeah, give him a small check and let that shit go away. But that's what happened. Same thing in Brooklyn, but that's why black people fucking up a little bit in Brooklyn because, you know, white people, they want them brownstone houses and shit out here. So, man, it's just fucked up because if you know you a white person or Asian, somebody, you know, you sitting on like 100 million, 200 million, but you going to a black person who bought this brownstone in 1990 for 200,000 or 100,000.
Yeah.
You get them a check for 500, 600,000. Nigga, they like, so I'm gonna give you my shit for 600,000, but they don't understand the shit they got is worth like 3 million.
Yeah.
All they see is 500, 600,000.
Yeah,
we ain't never had that type of money before.
Yeah, they see the triple the profit, and then, but see, that's their whole plan. They give everybody 600,000 because if you want to come back after we spruce it up a little bit, we gonna need that triple back.
Yeah, because them shit's worth. I just talked to a dude the other day. He sold this shit for 500,000. The nigga said 2 years later they had that bitch on the market for 1.2 million.
Yeah, because
that was a low offer for it. That's a low price. Them shit's really like 2 million.
And the cold part about it is the person that bought it probably don't even live in it. He bought it to
flip it.
Yeah.
He don't live there.
We flipping birds. He flipping houses, like $1 million flips. Like, but this is what I try to explain to our people, G. If you could sell dope on the same block with the same people, everybody got the same thing. It ain't like, you know, yours is packaged different and they might be bigger or smaller. That's it.
Yeah.
And if you could get that off, you have some type of entrepreneurship about yourself. So if you put that concept to a dude that does the same thing with the houses, now all you need is the capital. So think if you had that generational wealth, like that $40,000 that my grandpa spent on that house, the equity on that 375 has raised 4 generations of people, my nigga. Just off some shit he bought in 65.
Yeah, I feel you.
So imagine if all of us was like that in the community, and that's where the discussion stops when we start talking about bettering ourselves in systematic racism, and what can we do to rectify the situation. They always say reparations, but they never put a number on it.
Yeah. It's just
Because
certain shit that, yeah.
Because they know we gonna, whatever you give us. Yeah, if you
they
think
know that, yeah, it's gonna be a problem.
Look, they did it for everybody. They did it for the Italians. They did it for the Arabs when they came over here. The Chinese. They did it for everybody, and all of them flourished. We flourished without nothing.
Jews got paid.
Imagine. Come on,
nigga. The Jews run New York now. Shit, you can't, man. You can't get
world.
You can't do shit without running about one of them.
Name one bank that don't got some type of Jew ties or any type of natural resources, gold, diamonds, silver, shit that means something everywhere. Like in America, we think money means something. Like the paper money, like you can have a bag full of money and go somewhere and that shit don't mean nothing.
Yep, you right.
Nigga won't even accept that shit.
Yeah, Poe got me in the stocks and shit. I be on a Robinhood investing in stocks now.
I fuck with all of that. Well, like I said, I was in the feds, homie. So I got gamed up. Like I wasn't just in there lifting weights, and you know what I'm saying. I got ready for the world, homie, because the wake up was how powerful we are as a gang. I witnessed it, but then I witnessed the financial freedom that some people had just off having money. Like I seen dudes that people like us would have got 100 years. He got 8 months. Because his lawyer wiggled fines and community service and donations to nonprofit organizations and shit
that
like
nigga
that.
He knew how to recite case law. I remember that movie with Jamie Foxx, the natural, what's it, law-abiding citizen, with him and Gerard Butler. Gerard Butler lawyer they had him on trial for 2 murders. The lawyer said some shit and they let him go. He was like, wait. So since my lawyer able to rattle off some shit, recite some case laws and this and that, you gonna look over the fact that I killed 2 people and let me walk? And that shit just changed his whole mind state on the game. It was like, this shit is fucked up.
Well, that's because the law is set up for certain people to win and certain people to lose. Like the biggest scam is the Constitution. The Constitution was never written for us.
True.
The Constitution was written to separate what they could get, and everything that they said, we got the opposite of. That's what it was really meant for. It wasn't meant for slaves.
Yeah, true.
Because they didn't even think we was full people. And here's the thing. They knew, they just made sure we didn't know. Because you can't change the history of civilization. Nobody done more shit in the history of time more than niggas.
I was about to say in the history of niggerdom.
yeah, in the history of niggerdom.
Somebody say
that shit. Yeah, like, because they trick you into believing that because of the movies you watch and shit. King Tut and Nefertiti and all of them, they white in the movie.
Yeah. But then that's funny though. So why all those statues got their nose blown off though?
Yeah.
All those statues got their nose and their lips blown off. Why is that?
So you can't see that shit? That there was a black person, huh?
Yeah.
Them niggas.
You know the reason you would have did that shit.
Hey, let me tell you something. But through studying them, because it's a difference. Like, because the problems that we have in America today, they're not going to be fixed by us. They're going to be fixed by other white people.
What you mean?
Like, it's going to take the other white people to tell their white people enough is enough.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I believe. Yep, I agree.
It's not going to come from Black Lives Matter or nothing like that. I mean, that's going to be the movement. But until some of them white people start getting killed in them protests and all of that, and it ends up being some senator's daughter or some shit like that, That's it. Other than that, they gonna keep knocking them down.
That's what happened with when the white people start getting hooked on fucking heroin and crack, nigga. They made what they did. Hey, we need some money in the government to make sure we get them some centers to go to and get some counseling.
Opium epidemic.
But do you know what the answer for the crack epidemic was?
Prison. That was prison.
Put him in jail.
Arrest the dealer and the user.
It was the same thing. It was about the possession. Listen, the feds had a crack law, a 5-year minimum mandatory. 5 to 50 grams will get you 5 years.
Shit.
That was what the crack law that they was talking about, and it took them 10 years to overturn it, and all that. That's what that was about. 5 grams of crack, 5 to 50 grams of crack got you 5 years, and 5 to 50 kilos of cocaine got you 5 years.
Damn.
If I'm gonna get 5 years, which one you think I want?
The
5 grams or 50 kilos?
50 kilos. Shit, nigga, I gotta go. Man, I got this shit. If I got 50 kilos, and you only gonna give me 5 years for that?
Yeah, I know, right?
But see, that's the thing. So you'll take a 5-year chance for $500,000
all day.
But they giving a nigga 5 years for $375 worth of work. 5 grams.
Because like they said, you had different people dealing with the cocaine than it was with the crack.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Crack is just diluted cocaine.
Facts.
That's like me telling you I got Coca-Cola soda for $1 a bottle. But if I pour half of it out and fill it up with water, it's $2.
Then you get more years for it. You get the same shit. You can't make the crack without the cocaine. Yeah. You can't make crack without
But that's because the black community was using crack.
Yeah, because crack was a cheaper version of cocaine.
It was cheaper. It was cheaper.
You remember Whitney Houston? She said, "Oh, I don't do." She basically told herself that time because she was like, "Oh, I don't do crack. Crack is whack. That's poor people drug." She basically told her business.
Some shit. I'm finna give y'all some ghetto politics. You know, as a nigga being in jail, I read and pay attention. This is what the whole war on drugs was about. First it was about funding the Iran-Contra deal. That's what it was about. How can we get the money? How can we get that? The Iran said we got dope. They said, okay, we got guns. We'll give you guns. You give us drugs, and we'll sell the drugs. So they got the dope. Then they're like, who are we going to get to sell it? So they already figured that they would put it in the ghettos and they would do all of that. But this is the plan that we're missing. That in the process of doing it, they already had intentions on criminalizing it and locking them up for selling it. You see what I'm saying?
Because you're going to get that money from the bus.
Yeah, go back to
and listen, and it goes bigger than that, because then now we're gonna open up private prisons and put them in it.
Yeah.
We're gonna make money off selling dope. We're gonna make money off locking up the niggas that sell the dope, and we're gonna make money off of the niggas in jail for selling.
Yeah, because they said
we the ones flying it in. Yeah, they the ones flying it in.
Yeah, they flew it in. They flew it in. Yeah.
So for one person that you bust on a dope case, you get at least $40,000 for a lawyer. You're gonna get at least. They gave me my checkout when I got out of prison. All the money I spent when I was in jail, I spent $23,000 in jail. Over
those 13?
11 years and 7 months. You know what I'm saying? That's how much money I spent in jail. You get that, then you add the free labor that they got from me for 13 years. Who knows how much money they made off the labor?
Facts.
So this is all an economic base, and this was the new look. They couldn't call us slaves no more because the law.
The law said, the 13th Amendment said you couldn't call them slaves.
They only pay you like 25 cents a day or something, right?
Nah, less than that. In the jail, shit, niggas making like 8 cents.
So that is slavery.
Well, in the feds, they got private companies like Unicor who pay them higher wages. Like I was making $500 a month in jail.
Okay.
But I was building like the signs that go in front of Navy bases, the bunks that go in the military bases, the vests that the military wear. Like the locker that we sell costs like $1,100 that we make, and it probably costs with labor and material $3 to make.
All day. They get paid.
That's including paying me to make it.
Mm-hmm.
So this was all about economic play and would make it use, but it's so deep in racism because they can't do it to us legally, so they criminalize it. They can't call you nigga or slave no more, so they call you criminal.
Mm-hmm.
And then they lock you up unfairly, unbiasedly, illegally sometimes, because once you in there, you in there.
Yeah.
And that's how you can cause a situation to last 3 decades. That's what this is going on. This is on like 30 years since the Reagan era.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you a question real quick then. What you think about how you feel about Kamala Harris then?
Do you want to know what I really feel?
I want to know what you really. That's what we do on the show, bro. And I know you in Cali too, so that's why I be trying to tell people. I say, look, man, it's some niggas in Cali. Yeah. It's gonna be real hard for them to fuck with her.
Well, first of all, do you know who she is?
Yeah, she was the attorney general, wasn't she?
Yeah, and she was a prosecutor.
Prosecutor,
she was a prosecutor.
And she wouldn't prosecute cases that involved cops being potentially dirty.
And she had the highest drug conviction case since she was the attorney general and a prosecutor. Well, here's the thing. I endorse her because she's black. Because if we're gonna say about everybody, she's probably the best pick out of all of them, because all of them fucked up. Biden fucked up. Trump fucked up. None of them for us. Obama was fucked up. Let's not.
Hey, that's what Pope be trying to put on. Pope be trying to tell people about Obama sometimes. Like, he be like, niggas was giving him a pass because, you know, he was brother, but he ain't really do shit.
He wasn't a nigga. And it's a lot of shit that we talking about happened on his watch. Trayvon Martin got killed on his watch.
That's why I used to say, shit, he was president for 8 years. Shit.
Yeah. So if you ask me what I think about her as a person, I think that she more them than us, but she's a more us than they are.
Yeah, true.
So
well, you heard that shit about she was like they asked her who her favorite rapper was, and she said they was like, who your favorite rapper out alive, and she said Tupac.
Yeah, but she was a prosecutor. She put so many niggas in jail. She was a part of the crack law.
Yeah,
she was a part of that. So and she knew. She black. She from Oakland.
Yeah, she knew what was going on in Oakland. She knew what type
how much it affected us, and she know. But here's the thing: they can only do so much until we get people like us, like me, like you.
Yeah,
that's running for president or running for councilman or senator or all of that. We can't expect them to have the same mentality as we have because they don't understand it.
Yeah, because to me, they only gonna let you through if you think how they think. So
yeah.
If you black, if you another race, you still gotta play that role. You gotta.
Yeah, but that's part our fault too. Cause how many niggas you know want to be a politician?
Not a lot, nigga.
How many niggas you know from your neighborhood want to be the mayor?
Huh?
How many niggas you know from your neighborhood want to be a police in their own hood?
Huh?
But we complain about the police, and we complain about the mayor, and we complain about the
and that's the main problem with the police. Cause shit, like I said, nigga, if you a white dude and they tell you gotta go, you gotta go patrol in LP, and all your only interactions with that neighborhood is locking niggas up, harassing them, or responding to a fucked up call, it's gonna be hard for you to see them in a positive light when you on your normal. Doing your normal life.
Yes, and I'm gonna give you a better example than that. If you a white cop from Beverly Hills and you go on the Beverly Hills police force, which is probably where you're gonna go. You're gonna go work in Beverly Hills. So the drunk dude at the bar that would go to jail with a little bit of cocaine on him, he went to high school with him.
Facts.
So guess what he get? He get a ride home in the police car.
Yep.
A nigga would have got a possession of sales, 18 months in prison, on parole for 3 years, probably catch another case. Now you're a career criminal. And the other nigga got a ride home.
Facts. Then they get a
And
nigga up in Stanford.
With him.
Huh?
The cop would probably would have did a line with him too.
Well, shit.
Hey, didn't they get an old boy? Didn't the judge get a dude who raped the girl like 6 months? Because he said he didn't want to fuck up his future?
Yeah, give him
the
a
judge
chance.
gave a white boy 6 months, said, you got a bright future, so I don't want to fuck it up.
Well, forgiveness and punishment has a color in this country too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we supposed to forgive all the time.
Yeah, we supposed to just let it do what it do. Let the system do what it do.
Pray about it.
We've been waiting for 400 years for it to do what it do. Gee, it ain't doing it.
Yeah, sure ain't shit.
But now they're scared because niggas is getting involved.
Yeah.
Because racism is starting to become so blatant now. When you have the president saying shit, then niggas is starting to say, okay, wait a minute now. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't take this over. This is gangbanging. This is what we good at.
All day. All day. And they don't want them problems, huh?
They don't. Well, they do. They do want them.
Yeah, they do want them.
But I don't think they're prepared for what the outcome would be.
Right. Because you right. Niggas is stocking up on guns now. White people stocking up on them goddamn guns right now, thinking some shit about to jump off.